Have you ever felt that you have been thrown into a tornado, into a hurricane, where you are trying to put pieces and puzzles all together, and that at the smallest, tiniest change, everything's just fall apart, and you are starting from scratch, and somehow you lose hope and you get desperate and you just get frustrated a lot of time. That is a feeling that I can relate to, and if you are a student at university, I believe you can relate as well. So especially if you are at the start and at the beginning, and that's a feeling I believe that a lot of students can understand and that they have gone through. So of course we have never started or gone through university before actually starting it. So that's the world of academia. That's a whole new environment and we are not actually used to it. So yeah, it needs a little bit of time to understand it. But hopefully with this video, I'm trying to guide you how to navigate it a little bit, and hopefully that will be helpful because it helps me, and if it can help you, that's better. So starting from scratch, let's make the first step. The first step is making sure that you are actually in the right place, first thing first. That you are on the right course, right major, and that you are in line with the career prospect that that particular subject is going to lead you towards. What I mean with this is that I hope that you did your thorough research before applying for that particular major and subject at university. So your lifestyle that you want to have and achieve in the future should be aligned with what have you seen people in that career doing at that moment. That you can see yourself in line overall with that job after university. Try to understand if there is a training that you will need to master afterwards as well. And if you feel that you are not that keen to do the training after university to get that particular experience and the particular qualification to be eligible regularly, so don't fool yourself. Don't say, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing it now, but perhaps after 3 years of undergraduate, maybe I will feel like doing it, because that will not happen. That will be just a loss of money and a loss of your time, because you could have changed and do something that didn't require the training after university, and it will make you a little bit, I think, happy as well. So don't fool yourself. If you have seen something that you don't like in the long run, you can still change. It's your first year, you can still change, especially if it's the same university and if you found a course or a major that you like better. You can still change between faculties, they are allowing it. Even if it's in a different university, you can still change as long as you try to keep the best of your grades and you achieve the entry requirement for that university as well. So if you end up off the route of changing university or course, then make sure to ask for your credit to be transferred to your final degree, because of course you did your first year at one university and after you are changing, so perhaps they might not transfer your credits, and this means that your final degree might be valued a little bit less. So make sure to ask for that, or to have some paper documentation that certify that you had those modules. If you like your course and if you feel that you are in the right university, right major, right place, just a little bit confused because it's normal, let's start talking about teaching. How teaching is quite a little bit different from high school. So professors come there, make their lecture, and when they are there, they expect you to already know what they're talking about. They're not teaching you. It's not like an interactive tutorial. There are, of course, some times where there are like tutorials. It really depends about your schedule, but usually when there is a lecture, there is a whole 400, I don't know, 500, depends of your module, and the teacher cannot, like at this point, the professor will not be able to respond to each question that you might have. So come to that lecture already knowing what he's gonna talk about, so you can refer back to what you know. Do a little bit of preparation before the lecture and do like learning after the lecture as well. Usually what they do is when they're giving your schedule, they tell you where are the major lectures, and the tutorials are, if you go there, and they're like a little bit of small groups where you can interact with the professor in that case, or with your small groups. And they usually divide the cohort into different groups as well, like group A, B, and C, and every time that there is a tutorial, group A might go and group B and C don't. Next time maybe group C goes and A and B doesn't, because they try to make it a little bit small, so there is this interaction a little bit smoother. But into the big lecture, just go prepared and take notes when you go there. You can take notes if you prefer pen and pencil, pen and paper, or electronically through computer and tablets and all stuff. So now it can get tricky, because you might think, okay, this is a whole huge different thing, because I worked so hard in high school, I studied so much, and now university just feels that I'm not doing that much, because when you see your schedule, maybe you have 2 or 3 lectures a week, depending on your major or your university, how they're scheduling it. And after, across the week, you might have some tutorials or work groups or drop-ins when you just pop there, you have any question or something like that, and you can see it's quite easy and chill and something like that. And that is the challenge, because you just undervalue it somehow and end up thinking that there is not that much material. That's not the case, because the professor usually always gives you material to read and follow up with him, books that you need to look, research that you need to do in your free time. And this is not actually like specified. However, there is a part into your whole scheduling that they say 30 hours per week needs to be dedicated to individual study. Individual study means that you, in your free time, your schedule, allocate that time as you wish. So once you go to the lecture, as I told you before, you need to have that knowledge, so you can take notes, and after the lecture, complete with your readings. So you have 3 lectures in a week. Do your readings before and after, take the notes, complete your notes afterwards, and there might be then, okay, you can be at peace, because you know that you are catching up, and it's not like that feeling of always coming to the lecture and being like, okay, I've just finished this one, but how comes that you are telling me the end of the next topic if we haven't started it, or something like that, because that might be your feeling. The thing is, they are completing the topic because they have already read the articles, did the readings, did the whole exercises that the lecturer, the professor provided previously, and they are just coming to the lecture to wrap it up. So that's what I'm saying. Do your readings and research before going to the lectures, because that's not the time where you're gonna start asking questions and all that stuff. And that was a big change for me, because I didn't understand it at start. I didn't understand it automatically. For me, being also international, I think it's a little bit different. I got to understand it when I was going through it. So of course I asked also tutors that are there that can support out. They helped me as well. So that's a big step as well that you need to take to understand and to not feel that you are never catching up on the material and on the lectures. The next advice is make sure to take advantage of every extracurricular activity that is available in your course, meaning that if you have the possibility to take a project that maybe if you are in science but you don't have lab, but there's this project that is including labs or perhaps collaborating with another faculty, take advantage of that, because that's extremely important and will be of a value after as well, after your degree is completed. Or sometimes university can give you actual awards that are recognized by either the university at the end of your degree. So take advantage of those ones as well, and make sure to be interactive. Don't wait for them to come. I'm talking about professors or any university team member to come to you and tell you, oh, there is this new thing that we are doing and it's available. No, that's not how it works. You go there and search everything that is possible available for you to do on the university website and register yourself. Don't be shy. Don't say, oh yes, but I don't know if I'll be able, if that. No, you have been admitted to the university. This means that you have the capability to do everything that is available at university. So don't put yourself down and go for it. And if you don't learn from it, like for sure, first of all, you're gonna learn from it. Maybe it's gonna be challenging, but that's completely fine. I would always advise, for example, if there is a course, like if there's like between two courses and one provides like 1 year break because professional experience, yes, take that year, because you might think, okay, yes, I'm not gonna see my classmates, I'm not gonna see my friends anymore, we're not gonna graduate on the same year, so the whole thing, no, that's your like progress, okay? So focus on you. I know that might seem like extremely selfish, but that year of experience, job experience that you're gonna have during university is gonna be extremely relevant after you graduated, because it's gonna weight differently. Like it's gonna literally weight on your degree overall differently. It corresponds to someone that didn't have any previous work experience in their field, especially because it's easier to get that work experience while you are at university, and professors can connect you easily to other companies that work related to that, because of course they're colleagues, they know someone or something like that. The university, of course, you're still under the wings of the university, so they somehow kind of protect you, but of course you're on your own, but you're still under university, so it's easier for companies to keep you as students that is training. So take that as a big advantage if you have the opportunity to take 1 year of studies and go for your job experience, and after come back at university and complete your final year, and just take it. And don't think, oh yeah, but I will end up 1 year later compared to my friends or everyone that is in my year and all that. No, literally in 5 years from that time, nothing's gonna be relevant. 1 year, 2 years. It's important the experience that you're gonna achieve from that 1 year in addition. So take it, don't be silly. Of course, have fun, but be conscious of your time, because time really flies, and you wouldn't realize how much you're gonna start 1 year and after you're gonna be just graduating or writing your thesis, and time will have just passed by. So yeah, make friendship, try to network with as much people as possible. I have made also a previous video of how to overcome, for example, postgraduate crisis that I might link here or below as well. That video explains also how important it is to network with people in your community. That point will be university, and how to ask for advice that can help you once university has finished and you start actually the real world and you're out there. So there are some tips in that video as well that you can take and implement as well. Basically, when you reach the university, it's really easy that you might feel like that you are in a bubble and excluded a little bit from the outside world. So at that point you might feel that it's like you might forget that the hard work that got you to reach that place, you need to keep working that hard, at least, if not more, to once you get out of it, of university, you at least find yourself that you didn't go below what you started from, if that makes sense. So try to keep the same level if you can, or push yourself more, just do it, and the results would come afterwards, after university. And just think that you are extremely privileged to be in such position where you have gone so far to pursue your dream and achieve the best that you can achieve. So please try to be mindful of what you have been given and don't waste it irrationally, and don't just give up easily. Just try your best. Keep in touch with your family, with your loved ones. Don't neglect them. Give them still the support or the affection that they still need, because you are a family member that just flew to go somewhere else. So give them a little bit of grace as well. Don't exclude them from your journey, and try to be present with them as well. I know it might be a really difficult, but they are trying their best to support you as well. So try as well to give them back something. Just, remember them. They will be happy then. That's the end of the video, and I'm sure that I've covered the majorities of the information that I would have liked to know previously, and that I didn't know before. And hopefully this will be helpful to all students that are starting university, about to start it, or that are at university at the moment and don't know exactly how to navigate it. If you have any question, of course, comment below. I will respond, and of course I will interact with you. And if you have any additional advice, please leave them below, and of course everyone can read them. So if there are students advising other students, that would be lovely. If I missed anything, feel free to say it as well. See you till next time. Bye.